I don't know what's going on, but I love. Welcome to my channel. My name is Serena. Obviously, you'll be new here because I am also new here. So, if you'd like to get to know a little bit more about me and the type of content that will be on my channel, please go and watch my introductory video. And yeah, let's get into it.
Baby, serving face, period.
So, as I mentioned in my introductory video, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I've watched almost everything there is to watch Marvel wise, and with Phase 4 rolling out, it's a very different style because we've now got some Disney Plus original TV series to watch. And the most recent one, as we know, is focusing on the god of mischief, Loki. So I wanted to just have a chit chat about that. I've watched the first 2 episodes and so far so good. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment down below. So please leave a comment and let's discuss. So first things first, all right? When it comes to movies and TV shows, I hate movies and TV shows that are predictable. I hate that if from the beginning I can tell straight away how it's gonna end. That just ruins the whole thing for me because I like to be surprised. I like things to be a mystery. And so far, Marvel has been doing a good job with that, with the movies and with the new TV shows that we have. WandaVision, I did not expect it to go the way that it was going. Obviously, we knew that she would transition into her character as the Scarlet Witch, but how it happened and especially the ending, that kind of freaked me out a bit. It was done really well. And with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we all kind of knew that, well, Sam would eventually become Captain America. It's just the journey, the character development. Zemo obviously surprising us as usual, always having stuff up his sleeve because he wouldn't be Zemo otherwise. And now with Loki, now I've had this discussion with my friends, and we all agree that Loki's gonna be my show in terms of it's gonna deliver what I expect it to deliver, and I'm going to enjoy it because so far I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Obviously, because as we know, Loki died at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. So with us now kind of taking a little back at 2012 Loki, and obviously this event that wasn't meant to happen in Endgame has obviously led to us having this TV series and just exploring that, and it's something that's completely new. And obviously, if I haven't said before, there are spoilers ahead, by the way, because I've watched the first 2 episodes so far and I'm in love because I'm confused. So some of the things that I've got my iPad here because I actually had to write these down before I forget because my brain is like scrambled eggs. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was like, for the first episode I feel like it was so loaded and I was just like, yes, I can do a video on this. Second episode, it was also loaded, but I was just like, how do I talk about this? Because I'm confused, and because I have been avoiding all of these breakdown videos for the past 2 weeks. Like every time I open YouTube, because obviously I'm subscribed to Marvel and a few other people that talk about Marvel, coming onto YouTube and seeing their videos and their breakdowns, Easter eggs, what you missed. I try to stay away from all of that just so that I can just, after this, I'll watch those videos and I'll see if I was chatting gibberish or not. But because, I don't know, I feel like it's so weird, like you hardly ever see any Marvel fangirls on YouTube. So it's kind of weird for me even doing this video because I've always seen guys white guys at that, doing these types of videos, and my style is going to be kind of different because it's literally just to talk about it, stuff that I picked up on, kind of theories that I've heard before the series started, and just what I'm expecting going forward. So one of the things that I picked up on in episode 1 was the mention of the multiverse. Now, I'm not a comic book geek, really not. I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm not a comic book geek, wow. But this is gonna be such a weird parallel to draw. And for all of you die-hard Marvel fans that read the comics and everything, I'm sorry if I am messing this up, but this is how I understood it. So I remember the multiverse from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animation, right? That Disney Plus don't have for whatever reason, and anytime I want to rewatch it, go on Netflix. I don't even have a Netflix account. I'll go use my sister's Netflix account. Anyways, so what is the multiverse? I mean, it's kind of in the name. It's a bunch of alternate universes, right? And what did I? Oh, and there, yes, because I remember Ben 10, Omniverse. So all of these multiverses are part of a bigger Omniverse, and I was just like, that makes sense. Okay, and while I was drawing the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse parallel is because of the next point about the Nexus event. But just to focus on the multiverse a little bit, because it's just like a multiverse is created, or another universe rather is created, when a certain event has various different outcomes. Like one thing can go however many ways, and I feel like at this point you guys are also probably thinking of Doctor Strange in Infinity War, when he saw 14,600,000. Wow, my pattern was coming out there because I was going to say 600. 14,605 different outcomes out to the Infinity War, but only one of them the team won. So I was just like, it's not just he was just doing calculations and using different variables and adding and subtracting. It was just like he was seeing 14,605 different universes, and I was just like, okay, so does this mean that part of Loki, because we know that WandaVision, that Wanda Elizabeth Olsen, she's going to reprise the role as Wanda Maximoff or Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm just like, especially with episode 2 of Loki, which I'll get onto in a minute, it's just like, it's all coming together. So does that mean Loki is also going to feed into that? So yeah, the next thing that I picked up on was the Nexus event, because I had never heard of a Nexus event before. Like I said, I haven't read the comics. I've watched everything, but I haven't read the comics, and I'm sorry. Please don't drag me. But once again, okay, hold on one second. Sorry guys, I was checking to see if it was recording, and then at the same time I got a phone call, so obviously it stopped, and the banging is annoying me. I really hope it doesn't annoy you guys as much as it's annoying me. Obviously I'm gonna put background music in here, so hopefully it will drown it out. But yeah, I think I was talking about a Nexus event. So first of all, I had to look up the definition of Nexus, because I know it's not talking about what I think it's talking about. So, you know, when they make a lot of references, that they have words and phrases that are similar to what we know in like the normal world, but obviously in the context of comics and science fiction, it's very different. So the definition of a nexus is a connection or series of connections linking two or more things. So in MCU terms, a nexus is more of like a cross-dimensional gateway that is the pathway to any and all possible realities. So this is more than just time traveling. This is traveling to different realities throughout the multiverse. Um, so so once again, please don't get mad at me, but this is how I understood it. That a Nexus event would be like what happened in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where Kingpin was trying to use the Collider to bring back his family, but because he was doing what he was not supposed to do, it opened a pathway or a portal to how many other spider people did we have? 6 different spider people in total, because we had Spider-Man Noir, Porky Parker, we had Gwen, we had Penny Parker, and we had the fat Peter Parker, and then we had Miles Morales. So 6 in total, but the other 5 came from different dimensions, different realities, a different universe. So that the Nexus event would have been the actual moment that they all were like zapped into Miles' reality. It's not something that was supposed to happen, because obviously Kingpin was trying to manipulate time and just the natural sequence of events, and it created chaos. So that's how I understand it to be. Like I said, please don't drag me. With this Loki series, I feel like I'm learning so much, and I feel like I'm a newbie to the MCU, because I'm just like, you can't reference this to like, oh yeah, this is like in Avengers, and this is like in Thor, or this is like, yeah, like Ragnarok. Yeah, you can't reference Ragnarok, can't reference Infinity War, because for this Loki it hasn't happened for him yet. Can't reference Black Panther. It's just so many well, why would you? Loki wasn't in Black Panther, but anyways, the next thing that I picked up on was the Infinity Stones being used as paperweights. I am so intrigued. I want to know why. It just makes Infinity War look stupid. It's like y'all were fighting over a bunch of paperweights. Well, to these people it's paperweights, but to them it literally meant half of the universe dying, and then in Endgame half the universe coming back. So yeah, I'm actually quite intrigued. Do you guys have any like theories about that? Like I said, I haven't watched any of the other videos of people who probably most likely know more about this than I do, so leave them comments down below. I want to see what y'all have to say. And the other thing was Loki seeing, well, for us it would be his past self, but for him it would be his future self, and just his reaction to that, and also him admitting that he is weak. And one thing I've noticed, especially with Phase 4, obviously, because this is the 3rd series we've gotten in Phase 4, that in WandaVision, at first it was like, yeah, she's definitely a victim. Then they tried to make it out like, yeah, she's definitely like a villain. And Agatha was definitely a villain. But it's just like all these people are victims of circumstance. Like Wanda was grieving. She went through the 5 stages of grief, and eventually she just accepted what was and who she is. And she was neither a hero or a villain. She was just Wanda. She was just Scarlet Witch doing her thing, becoming who she is meant to become. And I picked up the same thing in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that with John Walker and Bucky and Zemo and Kaale Morgenthau as well, that they were all people that you would generally class as villains. But when you look at it, it's just that they were doing what they thought was right in that instance, in whatever instance. Like, they were just doing what they thought was right. They were fighting for their each individual causes. And I feel like all of us do that. In real life, all of us have different causes that we're fighting for, or we have different methods of fighting for the same cause. So that doesn't make us a hero or a villain, it just makes us who we are, and we're just trying to achieve our goals. And I've noticed that with Loki. Yes, we know him as the god of mischief, and he has been up to a lot of mischief, and he's done a lot, like turning into a snake and almost trying to stab Thor because he likes snakes. But it's like, do you actually now still view Loki as a villain? Or do you just see him as a guy that wanted to fit in, and everything that he did was just a means to an end? Because that's how I see him. Like, he was just doing what he thought was right, innit? Same with Thanos. Thanos was doing what he thought was right. Everybody viewed him as a villain, the Mad Titan. But to him, he was just doing what was necessary. But other people didn't really understand that. So I feel like Marvel's trying to move away from that stark distinction of hero and villain. And it's just like, it's a bunch of people just doing what they gotta do. And the Loki variant, right? See, I knew, obviously we saw the promo trailers and everything. I didn't watch all of them because I really didn't want any spoilers at all. I just wanted to go into this with a clear mind, everything being a surprise. So I didn't watch all of the promo trailers, but I did know that we were to expect, wow, my tongue is doing madness today, we were to expect a Lady Loki. So that was the only thing I called. Like, when they said that the variant was Loki, and the fact that even after they said that the variant was Loki, in the end of episode 1 they were still hiding the person. It's just like, well, if this is meant to be another Loki from another dimension, there's no point in hiding what they look like, because we know it's Loki. So I was thinking, why do they do that? Probably because this variant of Loki is the female Loki. This is Lady Loki. And obviously we find that out now in episode 2. So episode 2, when I said, okay, Marvel loves their speeches. Every single character in the MCU has given a speech about something or another, right? But we know Marvel for the action. Episode 2, there was a hell of a lot of talking. And I felt like Loki in that position where dude is researching and looking up on all these things about the TVA, because that's what I was doing. And they're trying to quiz him. And like, doing this video now, I'm just like, what was that again? And it's like, dude, me and you in the same boat. But yeah, I feel like there was definitely a lot of talking in episode 2, because that's what Loki does. He loves to talk, although he says he doesn't like to talk. Dude loves to talk, because talking stalls people, and people will listen to him. Even when he's chatting gibberish, they will still listen to him, because obviously he's stalling. And do you know what bugs me? Do you know what absolutely bugs me? How is it that y'all are trained mercenaries or whatever, and y'all did not pick up on the pattern that this other Loki variant, obviously Lady Loki, so I'm gonna just start referring to her as Lady Loki from this point on, like, how y'all didn't pick up that sis is luring y'all into an ambush every single time, and she's taking those time things, I can't remember what they're called. And it's just like, how do you not pick up on that pattern? And all y'all keep getting wiped out. I really didn't understand how they kept getting wiped out, especially at the end of episode 1. I'm just like, that was dumb. How did y'all get wiped out like that? How? I don't understand. Like, I know sis is good, but still, you could have escaped. I don't know what that was about. And it's the same in episode 2 when they got wiped out again. How, bro? How do you not clock on to these things? You have a whole case file on Loki. You've watched his life. He's an illusionist. He's the god of mischief. So why would you think that this variant would be any different? And Yal already said that this was the most dangerous variant that Yal had to track down. So how do you keep walking into ambushes? I really did not understand that. So yeah, that's my rant over. But episode 2, obviously big reveal. First of all, let me just go back to the fact that these episode lengths though, okay, I love a good healthy 45 minutes for my TV series. WandaViz was killing me. It was killing me with these 20 minutes. Actually, it wasn't even 20, it was like 10 minutes of screen time and then 100 minutes of credits. That was annoying me. And Falcon and Winter Soldier, like, they improved it. But Loki, when I opened Disney Plus and I saw 54 minutes and 51 minutes, and I was like, y'all the real G's for that. But episode 2, I feel like it was more, I don't know, I feel like I'm still stunned. That's probably why I don't have a lot to say. Obviously the reveal of Lady Loki was expected from myself and obviously from a lot of other people too, but it's like, what's happening next? And I really want to stay in the dark. I really want all of this to be a mystery because that's how I love my shows to be. But please drop your theories down below. I want to hear them. I'm trying to think if there was anything that like really jumped out at me in episode 2 that I wasn't 100% sure about, because obviously Loki's up to mischief as always. I don't know why dude want to meet the 3 space lizards so bad. He wants to overthrow them, so he wants to be the king of time. But Loki, are you even qualified? Anyways, but this guy has goals, right? So who are we to say he can't do it? I'm really trying to think if there's anything else that stood out to me. Obviously, Lady Loki's powers. Those are obviously different from what we're used to. Well, Loki is familiar with enchantment, but apparently he doesn't do it. He did it with the Mind Stone though, in his scepter, but this person just doing it with the fingers. Yeah, I'm really trying to think, but no, I'm honestly, I'm so stoked. I'm really optimistic about this because it's looking good. It's looking promising for me so far. But yeah, like I said, this ain't no Easter eggs. What you missed? Did you notice this? This is literally just a chit chat about it because I want to talk about it because I'm excited and this is my channel, so I can talk about whatever I want. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment down below, your thoughts and everything. As I mentioned in my introductory video, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch that. But I will be uploading on Mondays, so every Monday it's going to be a new upload for the following Monday. So for next Monday, which is 28th, yeah, that's going to be the end of the month. So what I'm trying to do is that at the end of each month I do a story time. So stay tuned for that because it's the end of June, so I'll be doing one of my story times, and obviously the next one will be the end of July. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Everyone, and welcome to my channel. These people really gonna start knocking as soon as I start. Are y'all being serious? I've had having a bit of a brain fart at the moment.